Chag Sameach, happy Passover. Passover is all about the Jewish exodus from Egypt to the land of Israel. It's all about Jewish freedom. But what is Jewish freedom? Jewish freedom is not just physical freedom. As we can see in the book of Shemot, the book of Shemot does not end when we leave Egypt and we are physically free. The book of Shemot ends after we finish building the Mishkan, the portable temple, the symbol of Jewish spirituality and Jewish identity in the desert, our connection to Hashem. So this is what it means to be free in terms of the Torah, to have spiritual freedom, to be able to think like a Jew and be a Jew, not just in a physical sense, but to feel like you're a Jew. And right now we have physical freedom. We aren't bound by chains, but we are under limited spiritual freedom. In the land of Israel, we can't express being Jewish to the fullest extent. Jews are scared to be Jews in the land of Israel, in the Holy Land. And the Temple Mount is controlled by Arab occupiers who are disgracing the memory of the temple and claiming that there is no temple. So how can we have spiritual freedom if we cannot express who we are as Jews, if it is against the norm to say there was a temple and that the Jewish people have to rebuild a temple? If that is not politically correct, how are we spiritually free? How are we free to be who we are if we cannot be connected to the fullest extent, which is not the Western Wall? The fullest extent is the Temple Mount, but we are restricted access from it because we are afraid of what the world will say, because we are not strong to say that we are Jews and this is what we must do. So Jewish freedom is when Jews will rise up and say we are Jews and we are proud to be Jews, and not just because we are free to practice, but because we ourselves identify. Now that we are free to practice, will we choose to identify ourselves as Jews? It's very easy to forget we are Jews in a physically free society, because we have the power to do whatever we want to do. We might choose not to be Jews anymore, and we might assimilate and we might lose focus, because we also have spiritual restrictions and we have influences from that are foreign to us and that will make us negatively affect who we are as the Jewish people and make us forget who we are. So the only answer is for us to know who we are and to respect who we are. Once we respect that we are Jews and we are proud to be Jews, the rest of the world and our enemies will see that these are Jews, and we cannot push them around like we have before. And when we have the Seder, we say V'shana haba b'Yerushalayim, next year in Jerusalem. This is us saying that we will go to Jerusalem. This is our message to the world. And the fact is that most Jews aren't going to Israel right now, which is another influence of the world to make it that we shouldn't be going to Israel. But we should be going to Israel. This is our spiritual and national right. So once we are proud Jews, once we can do what we are supposed to do, then that will be true freedom. And I hope this is what you take away from Passover. I hope you strengthen your identity of this Passover, review the story, and Chag Sameach. Stay strong, let the Jewish resistance live on. Am Yisrael Chai.
I remember building bricks in the mud. I remember the blistering sun burning my back, the whips and the dripping blood. I remember the nights. The silence frightening families with no freedom in sight. I remember I wanted to fight for life, to be real.